Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Muhammad Alif. Today I will talk about BRT by Sunway, which is first electric bus in Malaysia. So BRT by Sunway is a kerjasama between Sunway Group and Prasarana and also UCAS. So so they have been completed and operation started last year. And this electric bus is not a new technology or new invention because it had been used for a long time ago in other country, but Malaysia had been start last year. So we hope Malaysia will Malaysia transportation will be more better in the future.
Assalamualaikum. I'll continue with literature review. There are studies saying that electric transportation is technology used in vehicles that use an electric motor. Fed by Graham, BRT systems are generally built on corridor when mixed with traffic congestion. Fed by the Institute of Transportation and Development Policy, stated that bus rapid transit is a high-quality bus-based transit system that delivers fast, comfortable, and cost-effective service. Cooney made a strong suggestion to focus on electricity needs in the grid while recommending the use of electricity bus. Thank you.
We will discuss about the capabilities of the Prasarana, which is who provide the BRT transportation into the community. First is about the capital. As we see, the Prasarana have a lot of money that have capital investment that can support the process of productions into the project and able to cope with the technological purchase from outsource. So the money, the investment for electric transportation will not be a problem for them, and to build conducive infrastructure will not in capability factor for them. That means that Prasarana have a lot of money that they are brave enough to invest money into the public transportation service. And then second is about professional skills. We define this term as the transfer professional specific technical knowledge of product or sector they manage. Furthermore, individuals within a company who possess critical domain-specific knowledge have been identified as having significant impact on the transfer of technological knowledge between parties by having developed credibility as sector or product expert by acting as a gatekeeper. So additional skills that are imperative for the technology transfer, such as business development, marketing, and commercialization. Technological transfer professionals should develop both legal and domain-specific skill and knowledge, as well as a soft skill to carry out a wide range of activity associated with the technology transfer. For example, non-technical skill in context of the technology transfer need business skills such as marketing and ability to communicate smoothly with external stakeholders. And there are several evidence point out that lack of insufficient trained technology transfer professionals in this area act as an obstacle improving effectiveness in technology transfer engagement in both the public and private sector. And there is key in technology transfer. They have a key skills in technology, which is business development, intellectual property, commercial awareness, networking, and domain knowledge, negotiating, and communications. Third is about the government policy that we will discuss, which is about government intervention is often needed to remedy failures in market for finance, skill, and information. These market failures are particularly acute in technology developments, providing a rationale for governments to provide specific incentive for investment that build in technology capability. Any such intervention require good policy design and carefully implementation, which is then depend on adequate administrative capability and information. So Malaysia presents a somewhat contradictory mixture of the political factors supporting effective industrial policy. While the Malaysian state does not approach the degree of dominance historical evidence, many observers argue that it enjoys the higher level of political autonomy and bureaucratic capacity in Southeast Asia. So in this public transportation service is important infrastructure. It should not be operated like a business there should be no reasons why a bus company should even try to operate a sustainability business. A world-class public transportation service do not make money. They in fact lose money, and their additional costs are borne by a combination of government funds, aids, bonds, and additional investment. And the best way to build stable, reliable public transportation infrastructure is to fund it properly and fund it early on. This means capital investment and regular operation subsidy are necessary. No world-class transportation agency should even be attempting to recover 50% or more of their revenue from fares paid by the passenger. Instead, they should be receiving money from public and private investment. One small point, however, the name rapid is overused and perhaps should be limited to big city. State level service should have appropriate name that reflects the service being offered, not a marketing tool. So as a part of conclusion that we suggest is ensuring progress toward sustainability development supposed to be a priority of the Malaysian government. Transport is particularly challenging sector. It is indispensable to modern life, but have many adverse effects on health and environment. Most wrong food trends are unsustainabilities. More effort must be put on develop public transport because study found that using a public transport can minimize the environmental pollution and impact on human health. Needless to say that bus stations served only by electrical bus would be unrecognizable to the nose and ear. So would a whole city. The appearance of battery-powered electric bus in Malaysia city could present a technological milestone for this workhouse of mass transit. Give or take the additional of air conditioning and few other weeks, riding a bus hasn't changed much in the decade since diesel coach supplanted streetcar. But big changes are now coming to the world of bus. Here are 5 breakthrough in technology and design that could help this humble mode reclaim its place, stop the urban mobility food chains. Our brief about the electrical bus was not mind-blowing, different from a conventional one. From the inside, only a seasoned rider would notice that it's slightly roomy because the electric motor kept take up less space. And once we got moving, I noticed that it seemed to accelerate faster than a diesel bus too. But the electrical of the Malaysian bus fleet is total game changer. Whereas diesel power municipal bus are often with respect to environmental benefits. Battery power will turn bus riding into truly green mode. So electric bus is fulfilling the entire requirement needed in terms of future state of mass transit. The current generation model achieve an 80% of reduction in MPG equivalents over diesel bus. Both energy efficiency and battery technology continue to improve. And then there are very significant facts that this vehicle does not contribute to street level air pollution. This can be achieved by getting a lot of people who are interested in helping environmental to ride the bus. So that's all. Thank you.